All right, guys, now that we talked about center and spread and went through some examples showing you some questions that you might see on upcoming quizzes or tests, we're going to talk a little bit more about shape and what I meant by skewed and symmetrical earlier when talking about whether to use the mean or the median as our measure of center. All right, so shape describes how the data is distributed and can be identified by how the graph looks. With a box and whisker plot, we describe the shape in a couple of different ways. So we use that word skewed in the word symmetrical. All right? So when a graph is symmetrical, as you can see in this example, it means that half of the data is to the left of the median and half of the data is to the right of the middle. Right? It means that it's balanced. So balanced is another word that I like to think of when I'm thinking of symmetrical data. When data is skewed, we say skewed right when the data is actually heavier on the left. So it's kind of one of those left equals right, right equals left situations. When we say that data is skewed left, we mean that most of the data is on the right side, as you can see in this picture. When we say data is skewed right, we mean that the data is leaning to the left, as you can see in this picture. When data is not skewed, like I said, we call that symmetrical, right? I like to think of that as it looks very balanced. So let's look at some examples. Consider the box plot below. Which of the following statements are true? The distribution is skewed right. Well, it is on the right, but remember, when the data is on the right, we call it skewed left. So the data is skewed right, that's false. The data is skewed left. The interquartile range is about 8. The interquartile range is represented by the box itself on a box and whisker plot. That goes from 10 to 8. So the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So 18 minus 10 equals 8. So that is true. The interquartile range is about 8. So false, true. It says the median is about 10. Well, the median, or the second quartile, is represented by the line cutting the box. That's actually located at, it looks like, about 15. So the median is not 10. That's false. The median is 15. So that was also false. So only statement 2 was true. So A, 1 only, B, 2 only. Yep, that's our right answer. The only true statement was statement B.